She walked into her family home and was never seen again. The vanishing of Chioma Eze. Sunday, August 14, 2022, began like any other lazy afternoon in the quiet neighborhood of Independence Layout in Enugu, Nigeria. The weather was pleasant, the streets mostly silent except for the occasional hum of passing vehicles and the laughter of children playing far away. For 26-year-old Chioma Eze, it was a Sunday that was supposed to be ordinary, one filled with family, food, and fellowship after a morning church service. Her life was in motion. Her plans were taking shape. She had dreams of launching her own fashion label after completing her mandatory National Youth Service Corps (NYSC). That Sunday, she was expected at her family home for lunch, and by 1:36 p.m., she sent a text to her roommate, a message that read, "Heading to the house now. I'll call when I get back." Chioma locked her apartment door, waved goodbye to her neighbor's children, and hailed a commercial motorcycle that would take her through the narrow bends of the estate road toward her family's residence. The journey didn't take long. At exactly 1:47 p.m., the family's home security camera recorded her standing at the gate. She looked calm, dressed in a sky blue top and a flowing black skirt. She exchanged pleasantries with the gatekeeper, a quiet middle-aged man named Peter, and walked inside, her arms gently swinging, unaware that this might be the last time anyone would see her. But Chioma didn't come out. Hours passed, and no one heard from her. Her roommate grew anxious but assumed Chioma may have decided to stay longer with her family. By 7:30 p.m., her phone was unreachable. By 10 p.m., still no response. The next morning, her roommate called her mother. What she heard on the other end of the line chilled her to her core. "She didn't come here yesterday," Chioma's mother said. "Maybe she went to see a friend or something." But that wasn't true. She was captured on CCTV. The gatekeeper confirmed her arrival. Something wasn't adding up. And what came next would spark one of the most perplexing, painful, and disturbing disappearances in Enugu's recent history. Chioma wasn't the kind of person who vanished without a trace. Her life was well-ordered. She was reserved, deeply spiritual, careful with her circle, and never involved in anything shady. Her friends described her as someone who avoided conflict, prayed regularly, and treated people with sincere kindness. But in the week leading to her disappearance, Chioma had been quiet, reflective. According to her roommate, she had seemed troubled. One night, just days before she went missing, she said something unsettling. "There's something off with my mum lately, and my brother has been acting strange. They're hiding something." She didn't say much more, only that she planned to speak with them. "I just need to get things off my chest," she said. That was the last time her roommate saw her. In the aftermath of her disappearance, friends started reaching out to the family. Most were met with vague responses, defensive replies, or complete silence. Ade, Chioma's best friend, was among the first to sense something deeply wrong. She visited the family house the next day, accompanied by two others. They asked to see Chioma's mother. The response was cold. "She didn't come here," the mother said again. "We haven't seen her." But then something strange happened. As they were leaving, the gatekeeper, Peter, whispered to Ada, "Madame Chioma come here yesterday. I see em. She greet me. She enter. She no come out." That revelation was enough to cause alarm. If Chioma entered, why did her family deny seeing her? Where was she now? And why was everyone acting like nothing had happened? The group demanded to see the CCTV footage. Initially, the family resisted, but under pressure, they reluctantly showed it. The footage showed Chioma walking in at 1:47 p.m. She looked fine, peaceful. Then, a gap. From 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., the footage was gone. Erased. Deleted. When it resumed at 6:01 p.m., Chioma's mother was seen dragging a large black nylon bag toward the back of the house. She looked cautious. Nervous. She glanced around repeatedly. The bag looked heavy. Her son, Chioma's older brother, came out briefly to assist her. Then the camera feed ended. Ada asked what was in the bag. The family claimed it was kitchen waste. But the weight, the secrecy, and the timing didn't match. The house that once seemed like a refuge now felt like a prison of secrets. Desperate for answers, Chioma's friends reported the incident to the police. They expected immediate action. An investigation, a search, a forensic sweep. But the response was lethargic, even dismissive. Officers claimed they needed a formal written report. It took days to even register a missing person case. And even after that, they never searched the house. Behind the scenes, rumors started to swirl. Some said Chioma discovered something she shouldn't have, an inheritance issue, a land dispute, or perhaps something far darker. Others speculated she may have uncovered an inappropriate relationship or a family cover-up regarding her father's sudden death 3 years earlier. Nothing was confirmed, but everything was suspicious. The family's behavior became even more bizarre. They stopped taking calls. They told friends to mind their business. They even threatened legal action against those who tried to question them. The house grew quiet. The CCTV was later removed entirely. And within a few months, the family relocated to Abuja, leaving the home behind. A new family moved in. One of them, a plumber, reportedly told a neighbor, "Before we moved in, the backyard was dug up and cemented again. I don't know why." The silence around Chioma's disappearance grew louder. Local media didn't cover it. Churches avoided the topic. Even community leaders hesitated to get involved. The case became taboo. It was like Chioma had never existed. But her friends refused to let the story die. They started a social media campaign, #JusticeForChioma. Thousands shared her picture. People started tagging news platforms. But after 3 days, the trend was buried. Other news took over, and Chioma became a forgotten name in the river of digital noise. But what if this wasn't just a disappearance? What if it was murder, covered up, sanitized, protected? Could a mother harm her own daughter? Could a brother assist? What could be so damning, so explosive, that a family would erase one of their own? As months turned into years, no body was found. No arrests were made. The police eventually closed the case, citing lack of evidence. But everyone who knew Chioma still wonders, still grieves, still prays. Her story remains a wound that refuses to heal. A question that refuses to be answered. A life that refuses to be forgotten. We want to hear from you. What do you think happened to Chioma Eze? Why would her family deny her presence? Why did the CCTV footage vanish? Why the nylon bag? Why the silence? Drop your theories in the comments. Engage. Challenge. Because sometimes, justice begins with a conversation. And don't forget, subscribe to Behind the Crime. This is where we uncover the stories others bury. This is where voices like Chioma's are remembered. And to Chioma, wherever you are, we haven't forgotten. We never will.